Hello, this is Ryan Zakos. This is David Zakos. We are here in Sarasota, Florida with Zakos Realty and Design Group, and we wanted to talk to you about something that we hear often. There's a new community, if you want to call it that. It's a planned development community down in South Venice. It's called Wellen Park, previously known as the West Villages. And we hear often, should we move to historic Venice or should we move down to South Venice where Wellen Park is? So we want to take a second and talk to you a little bit about the difference of those two communities and what might interest you about them. So in your opinion, what are the big differences and factors for choosing historical Venice versus Wellen Park?
They're both very sought after, so that's something that's unique about them both, but completely different feel. So the difference between historic Venice is that you're basically a mile from the beach. So you can be on the beach, you can be in the little town shopping, walkability, biking. You see people with scooters, golf carts, just enjoying the environment and I can say the downtown feel of Venice. That's different than Wellen Park. Wellen Park is all planned new communities, so it's all new construction. You had community centers, gated communities. That's a big difference. Historic Venice, it's platted out years and years ago. You have neighborhoods, a little bit larger lots, but no gated communities. Wellen Park, gated communities, security guards, privacy, smaller lots, but a lot of community activities going on. So that's a big difference. You've got your community center inside where you live with a pool, tennis courts. Those are big differences to me, just depending on lifestyle, what you're looking for.
I guess from my perspective, Venice Island's kind of like a community in and of itself, where Wellen Park, each neighborhood, if you want to call it that, is its own community, has its own recreational director and resort style pool and all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely a different feel there. Do you want to talk a little bit about beach access and what that looks like and the difference of those two?
Sure. Historic Venice, you've got 7 different beaches and parks where you can access either kayaks or going to the beach. You've got the South Jetty, you've got Venice Beach, you've got Casperson Beach, you've got the fishing pier. You've got a whole variety of opportunities, boat ramps, all right there within minutes. Big difference, Wellen Park, you've got a 15-20 minute drive to get your closest beach, which is probably Minnesota Beach. And Venice Beach is probably just a little bit beyond that. So that's a big difference. Do you want to be on the beach within minutes? Do you want to just walk out your door and down the street and watch a sunset over the ocean? Big difference, but yet just as many people are seeking homes in Wellen Park, and they love the fact that everything's going to be right there within a matter of a few years.
And I've heard that, there's a plan in the future to potentially put a beach access down there. I don't know if that's been finalized or confirmed yet, but that is something that, even though you're still only a short drive away from a beach in Wellen Park, that's something that could be potentially even closer here in the near future. Now, do you want to talk a little bit too about geographical location? I know Sarasota has a lot of amenities, and being in Venice, you're just a short drive from Sarasota, so you have easy access to all the arts and dining and shopping that Sarasota has to offer. What does that look? Is it much of a difference between Wellen Park and historic Venice, or not really?
I would say not really. Maybe it's about a 10-15 minute difference. So in Sarasota, from historic Venice, you can be downtown Sarasota in about 20-25 minutes, and from Wellen Park, you're 30-35 minutes. So it's not that big of a difference. Both communities have great access to highways. One thing that may be a difference you want to take into consideration is that historic Venice, of course, built on a barrier island, does have some areas that are going to be in flood zones. If you own a house, the housing is older and may not be up to the current hurricane standards and building codes, where anything in Wellen Park is going to be new construction or relatively new construction, so it's going to be hurricane ready for the most part.
So I think, what I'm hearing is, it seems like the biggest difference between these two communities are kind of that island, historical, cultural feel of Venice Island versus the suburban neighborhood feel. I feel like that's the kind of the big differences. There are some, as we discussed previously, but we'd love to hear your comments, questions. If you have, we're here locally. We'd love to answer any questions or even do some video tours if you are interested in both those areas. Look forward to talking to you soon.